Hi, my name is Pavel Savianko. Welcome to a new Cube video, and in this video I explain you source code viewer of CubeGUI. Let's go. Okay, we are back into our terminal, and today I would like to demonstrate you another CubeGUI plugin, source code viewer, and to show you how one uses it and how it can be useful. So we start for that actually our CubeGUI and open an example of a measurement like this one, for example. That's a small measurement of hello world program, so one has here some small call tree and the performance data, and of course one does performance analysis, and at some moment one would like to see the source code of the region to while trying to understand probably why these 70 seconds are here and what contributes to it mostly, and so on and so on. So for that, it's enough to go on context menu over the call tree, over this call, and press actually source code, show source code. Before I do that, of course one has to mention that the CubeGUI should be started with enabled plugins. If one starts CubeGUI with disable plugins, no plugin will be activated, therefore also no plugin, no source code viewer will be activated, and then there will be no this menu available. So okay, if one clicks here, the plugin displays source code from this call and highlight the region, highlight the definition of this region. Of course, plugin should know where the source code is located, and the lines and the size of region has to be defined. Where the plugin is looking for that, if one clicks over this region and clicks on info, we see the definition or information about the region, and here we have the stored path to the source code of this region and its lines, beginning line and end line. Based on this data, plugin can highlight this region. If we click on some another call, like for example here, OpenMP, the plugin jumps on the top of the source code file but cannot highlight the region. Why? Because in this for this call, beginning line and ending line are not defined, therefore plugin cannot actually display you where this region is located. And if we click on some another call, like for example MPI barrier, this there is even no source file is defined. It just states that it is the part of MPI library, and as we don't have source code of MPI library, we cannot display anything here. Okay, so what we can do. So if we click on now, first of all, if one jumps from the call to call in a call tree, the source code viewer shows always selected the region. Of course, one can scroll up and scroll down, but while selecting, the plugin jumps always to the selected call path. If we if we keep the mouse a little bit over the opened file, it will show the path to this region. So if we click on with right click, we see that one can copy selected text, one can select everything, one can copy it if one wants. So the working with clipboard basically. There is disabled menu show call site source code, so that would show the source code from where this selected call path has been called. But this is available only if one recorded this information while measurement. So one has to enable setting in a scorp, and scorp will write also call site data, and then this menu will be then available. Very frequently one needs one would like to work with the path to the file itself, so it's enough to copy this path, and here, for example, one sees, okay, that is the path to this file. Okay, this we don't need. Okay, then this menu I will explain in a minute. Of course, if one wants to, for example, here, if we click here, it's some call which is has no source, but it is obviously used within a main, so we would like to find it. So one can, of course, search and try to read the source, or one goes to find and writes here MPI com rank, and here we find this call, so that we understand surrounding of the context of this recorded call path. And of course, this is currently this source code viewer works as a viewer, so in read-only modus, but it can be also editor. So this context menu, open an external editor or Gedit, that's already preset, the version of editor, allows you to open this source code in one of these editors, for example, Gedit, Kate, or Emac. So let's take Kate. Okay, and it opens Kate with this very same source code. So that is for the case if you would like to edit it, and you would like to edit it in your editor which you use in your everyday life. Here one has to point out also in the in the menu plugins, the source code viewer offers a small menu where you can, for example, select the font. So like, for example, this bold, increase it, maybe for some demonstration purpose. Or for example this, in more comfortable way. You can also set external editor, so one like standard editor basically. And also one can see now it is working in read-only modus. If one clicks checks it out, one sees that one can save and save as. One gets this command enabled, which means I can modify the source code and then store it for the case if I want to redo measurement. Okay, we don't need to change the source code. So if I would like to redo the measurement with maybe some data, so in this way we offer it as editor possibilities, but default is only viewing capabilities, and therefore here is also option to open it as an external editor. It might be your some IDE, some Eclipse, and others which you would like to use, and maybe you would like to then work with the source code in more comfortable way. So I promised you to just demonstrate this reset user-defined path. For that we open perhaps other cube, like this one, for example. So that's another example of measurement. This is a measurement of NAS benchmark, so-called, and we see that source code, even if you click here around, it cannot show a specific file here, because the path which is stored in region definition cannot be found in the system where I have opened CubeGUI. That is the typical case if one has made measurement on one system, copied a cube file on another system, for example on laptop, and tries to work with source code on a laptop. In this way, even if you have source code on laptop, the path will be wrong, and you have to inform source code viewer where is this source code of in this case NAS benchmark is located, so that it can match an old path to the new one, and then explore or offer you source code unusual way. Like for example, if we go here, and I know that it is BT so I have selected and I told the plugin this NAS benchmark in my case on my system is located elsewhere. So you see it in a tooltip. So here is the original path home test home piece Avianc soft is not existing. The actual path is home test user soft and example and so on and so on. So in this way this source code viewer matches the old path to the new one and then shows you the source code. And in here one can select the call path and it jumps immediately to the source code with definition of this particular region. And in this way one can explore not only performance data but also the source code so one can match the performance data with the actual region definition. Yeah, this what I have demonstrated currently on the version of Cube 4.8. This plugin is working only on the client side. So even if you open the Cube remotely via a client server configuration using Cube server on remote system, if you want to work with source code, this plugin is looking for source in your local system. The version where this plugin is then opening source code also on remote system is currently in development stage, and I will present it then later on in another video. I hope you liked this video and you find this information and demonstration useful, and it will help you in your performance analysis. And I remind you to like, to subscribe, and write a comment if you have any questions. And see you next time.